Good morning and welcome to our meditation today. It must be 9 o'clock. These are Be the Light meditations Wednesday morning, and they are recorded and put onto the website Sound and Light healingarts.com Wednesday morning meditations. Sometimes I feel that the meditations I do partly for myself because they help me stay aligned, but they are a stair-stepped meditation for many of the people that I've worked with in community through coaching programs or even here on this site, to check in and to stay focused because life can pull you into so many directions that you forget why you are really here and what your core set of gifts are and what is unfolding within you to be attended to and worked with in ways that are healthy and balancing to help co-create what is to come for Earth and her people. It sounds like a very big assumption that you are here for something special, and let's just say it's not special at all. It's just something that has been unexamined and most people are unaware of, that we are here for higher missions and higher work. And it's as much as you want to pay attention to and be awake to. Having come here as a person to bring new vibrations and new thoughts, in some ways, just being present holds that vibrational profile and is enough to not secure, but to ground the changes that you promise to bring just by being in your life and being a partner, doing what you love to do and learning through the English, the whole zigzag of life is sometimes enough. But many times the people that I work with, one-on-one or in groups, are seeking for more clarification, for the personal changes, the images, the visions, and the larger picture they're shown that they really have nothing relevant in their life happening or in social institutions or at church to really confirm and help them have a sense of stability for their own inner growth and how it's being directed by a different higher power. Just because when you are a change agent, often there's not so much you can ground into of what's happened in the past. It's a moving forward energy. And so what pulls you forward? It comes from a place of reading and working with and joining those who also are co-creating something new that is not written yet. It's not, in fact, it's a probability. We can't even determine that it's a done deal for there to be new initiatives that are positive on Earth, that enough people are going to coalesce absolute changes. But we must work as if, and we must have hope in our hearts, because otherwise, what's the point? If you focus on the mass travesties in most countries of the unequal wealth distribution, the cruelty, the inhumane, unkind treatment in many, many social systems, the only hope for me often is to look at leaders who are carrying new answers and are courageous, and you can see how often they are beat down. But even more than that, most humans, when you look past the media and the word speak of the powers that be, most humans want the same thing. A fair chance at having a life that is decent, with integrity and respect, and to be able to love and care for their family. And they are holding a huge swath of vibrational truth and beingness that really hasn't been tapped into because they have been delegated and delegated to in such a way that they feel that they are disempowered. So, part of the movement and part of the reason I do this work is to empower the kind, the meek, those that are gentle and don't want to protest and don't want to be the revolutionaries when things are so disharmonious and misaligned. But to have a revolution from within, from a recognition of our ability to understand, I'm going to use the word divinity, our ability to harness and work with our intentional field of possibilities. So this some people call prayer. I call it vibrational awareness in harnessing of the energies, the physics of using our thoughts and our intentions. And all of this now has come forth as a field, the quantum field of energy, and it is now has scientific and social validity to a certain point. So these are the energies we're working with for the Be the Light, for everyday people to be empowered to use focused thinking, intention, and concentration, instilling their mind and accessing and using the flows and channels of higher powers through your own physical circuitry to have an effect, a positive effect on people, places, and things of a greater nature than just walking around feeling somewhat victimized and disempowered. So let's begin our meditation together today. And our intention is that you do stay in a acceptable level of balance and alignment and openness without going off the deep end and living too much into the future or being too tied into your bigger mission, but living a life of balance. That is very, very important. Because when you become spiritually awake and begin to have interdimensional experiences, it can be intoxicating and you can kind of slide off the edge of everyday reliable living for a while. So let's go ahead and do our meditation today for integration and living a balanced life. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place a hold on of balance over our entire body. We acknowledge that we are bombarded with thoughts, images, and energies from many different realms, some of them not so bright, not such good intentions. And we remove those from our energy field now. We ask that we just feel our own core resonance, our truth, our own beauty, and our own presence. Non-interfered with, uninterrupted, and no dominant energies plugging into us. And this even includes our loved ones, our children. For this moment, it is just about us. Excellent. Let's take another deep breath through our nose and out through our mouth. Beautiful. So we ask that we have a picture that we are simultaneously planting a beautiful garden for Earth. It is a wonderful metaphor that we are composting the old, that which no longer serves us personally, and assisting to compost systems, thought forms for the Earth that have been present that haven't created beauty, truth, love, and order. And so we are imagining that we are taking these vibrational flows, which are misaligned. We're asking they be composted or turned into the entire mix, and all that is not moving forward and positive is simply dissipating and becoming nutrients for what is being seeded and planting for a more pleasant, benevolent future for the earth. So take a deep breath and just allow all that has come before to be part of the humus, the nutrients, the organic dissolving materials for future better growths. So now let's imagine that we are choosing seeds that are condensed and hold new futures. Some of these you might know the labels for. Maybe you have a favorite initiative or seed for the future. Or you can count on those who are working deep with visionary guidance and intelligent human beings together. And just imagine that these seeds are being planted into your heart. And these are forming the new garden of beauty, of color, of community, a frequency field that is harmonious and growing in such a way that it is symbiotic. It is working with all of the elements from the universal fields, galactic, right down to the physical world of actual gardening, air, sun, earth, warmth, animal natures, all interweaving beautifully and naturally. So put yourself into this garden and ask, what can I bring to nurture and help the growth of that which is good? And let that represent a resonance, a pulling towards a magnetism, so that as you go throughout your day, you know what to support, what to speak towards, and what, if it comes up as the vibration of the old way of thinking and being that needs to become compost tea and come out of you and be put right down into the mix of the earth. So you are emptying yourself of the past and you are listening attentively for future stewardship, tending, and nurturing that which most hasn't even been born yet. Imagine how you speak to a baby in the womb. Imagine how carefully you must handle a seed that is just beginning to feel warmth and water and the movement of new life. It takes such a sensitive, gentle touch. For this is your role, to be sensitive, aware, and gentle for the new growth for Earth through her people who have been in so much pain. So we are the birthers, the doulas, the seed whisperers, the keepers of all that is beautiful in the potential growth and streaming of the roots of this new paradigm are within your caretaking. So we're right in the middle. We're right in the middle of the old and the new. We can't see, we're in the gardening, planting stages. I could go on and on with this metaphor, but I'm going to just ask you to take this into your heart. And as you go throughout your day, to let this information guide you and reassure you and hold you for the future. Again, co-creation of the Garden of Eden, which is what I believe all spiritual streams are heading back towards. The pendulum has swung from the dark, deep, murky yuck, and we are moving back into the light. So have hope, be inspired, and as we finish this meditation, again, let this resonance of hope and light and nurturing be present within you, replacing any feelings of hopelessness or bleakness, and having the trust in the actual vitality and forward moving universal flow towards life and balance that is always present. So thank you for joining me today. I am Jan Jorgensen here at soundandlighthealingarts.com.